On May 12, 2026, in Katara Hills, Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, at around 3:30 p.m., a woman went to Expression Beauty Parlor and got a hair spa treatment. The CCTV footage captured her inside the parlor. Her name was Thwisha Sharma, a 33-year-old model. In 2012, she won the Miss Pune title. She had completed her MBA and had worked as a model for companies such as Dove and L'Oreal. She was also a certified yoga trainer and regularly practiced meditation to keep her mind calm and balanced. After finishing her hair spa session, she paid 7,000 rupees through GPay and walked back home. Little did she know that within a few hours, she would no longer be alive. What happened to Thwisha Sharma? How did she die? What really happened in her life? In this video, we are going to explore the complete story. Welcome to After Dark Crimes. Thwisha Sharma died by suicide on the very same night. It was shocking because she had been seen at the beauty parlor just hours earlier. How could someone who appeared completely normal suddenly take such a step? Thwisha's family claimed it was murder, while her husband's side insisted it was suicide. Thwisha was originally from Noida, and her friends described her as a strong and independent woman. In 2009, she worked as a model and even acted in a Telugu movie. She also worked as a marketing manager, and her job frequently took her to cities like Mumbai and Delhi. While her life was going on like this, in 2024, her family started searching for a groom for her through a matrimony site. That was when they found a man named Samarth Singh through a matrimony platform. He was a lawyer who worked in criminal defense cases in Bhopal. His mother, Garibala Singh, was a retired judge, and they came from a law-oriented family. On December 9, 2025, Thwisha and Samarth got married. After the marriage, Thwisha moved into Samarth's house in Delhi. She was working in an online company, but the company suddenly shut down, causing her to lose her job. After that, her husband and mother-in-law started criticizing her, saying that she only ate food and did not work, and that she was sitting idle all day. Thwisha had also gained weight, and both her husband and mother-in-law repeatedly pressured her to lose weight. Sometimes, she was not even given enough food and was forced to manage with very little. The situation became extremely difficult for her, and she ended up losing around 15 kilograms. Thwisha later told her mother that she could not continue living in that house and that she felt as if she could not even breathe there anymore. Her husband's family did not even allow her to speak freely with her own family. Her mother-in-law constantly kept giving her advice and criticizing her. On April 17, 2026, Thwisha informed the family that she was pregnant, but instead of being happy, her husband reportedly questioned who was responsible for the pregnancy. A month later, she suffered a miscarriage. 1 week before her death, on May 7, Thwisha called her mother and begged her to come and take her away somehow. Her mother even booked tickets to visit her. However, after learning about this, Thwisha's mother-in-law convinced her not to come, saying that it was summer and she should visit after the season ended. Eventually, the tickets were cancelled. If her mother had come then, perhaps Thwisha might still have been alive. Then, on May 12, 2026, Thwisha went to the beauty parlor at 3:30 p.m. and stayed there until around 6:15 p.m. After that, she walked back home. Later that night, at around 9:45 p.m., CCTV footage captured Thwisha going up to the terrace through the staircase. She was wearing headphones, and there was a gym set up on the terrace. At 9:45 p.m., Thwisha made a video call to her mother from the terrace. During the call, she begged her mother to somehow take her back to Noida. She spoke with her mother for around 20 minutes. Suddenly, the call got disconnected. Later, Thwisha's mother said that she heard Samarth Singh's voice just before the call ended. After that, the call was cut. She repeatedly tried calling Thwisha again, but there was no response. She then called Samarth and Garibala, but neither of them answered. About 30 minutes later, Garibala called Thwisha's mother and told her that Thwisha could not breathe. The video call had ended at around 10:05 p.m., and only 30 minutes later they were saying that she was unable to breathe. This raised a major question: what exactly happened during those 30 minutes? CCTV footage later showed Samarth and a neighbor carrying Thwisha down from the terrace and performing CPR on her. However, the CCTV timestamp showed 8:17 p.m., even though the actual events happened much later. Nobody knows whether the time was manually altered or if it was just a technical issue. Thwisha was then taken to a hospital, where doctors declared that she was already dead. Another suspicious detail was that instead of taking her to the nearest hospital, they reportedly took her to a hospital that was farther away. When the autopsy report came out, it stated that her death was caused by pressure applied to her throat. There were also injuries found on multiple parts of her body, including her left wrist, forehead, head, neck, and arms. Another suspicious detail was that there were 2 parallel marks on her neck. In a typical hanging case, there is usually only one ligature mark. Also, in many hanging deaths, the tongue protrudes outward, but that was not observed in Thwisha's case. This created even more doubts. Her parents refused to accept the body immediately and demanded a second post-mortem examination. Then another twist emerged. Garibala reportedly called the beauty parlor that Thwisha had visited earlier that day and asked whether she had actually come there, and also requested the CCTV footage. However, the parlor did not provide the footage. On the night of Thwisha's death, Garibala reportedly made 46 phone calls. Many of those calls were allegedly to lawyers, police contacts, and political connections, though the exact reason remains unclear. Garibala also claimed that Thwisha was mentally unstable. In response, Thwisha's parents questioned her and asked whether she had any medical proof to support such a claim. Later, an audio recording of Garibala was leaked. In that audio, she allegedly spoke about Thwisha's past and claimed that she had substance abuse habits. However, these statements became highly controversial. Another suspicious detail was that after Thwisha's death, Samarth was missing for 5 days. Only after that did he surrender, following which he was arrested. Police questioned Samarth for around 3 hours. Investigators also conducted a hanging reconstruction exercise using Samarth and Garibala and recorded the process on video to compare it with the evidence. The case is still ongoing in court, and the final judgment has not yet been delivered. We will have to wait and see what the court ultimately decides.